Hi, my name is Cory Chase, and this is my ceremonial speech. For me, choosing someone who has made a substantial impact in the industry was easy. Most of you have probably heard his name by now, but if you think of last year's Super Bowl, does a certain name come to mind? If you thought of Nick Foles, then you'd be correct. Nick Foles is one of the most inspirational and successful people in the modern NFL. Although his path to the top wasn't the easiest or usual in any way, he managed to go from potential star to an afterthought, then to a star in just a few years. Nick started his high school career as a three-star quarterback. He broke passing records set by Drew Brees at his high school. He then decided to go to the Michigan State University. In his freshman year, he lost the quarterback battle and only played in one game very sparingly. He ultimately decided to transfer to the University of Arizona. In his first season in Arizona, he had to sit out because of the transfer rules in the NCAA. And then in the beginning of his second season, he actually lost the quarterback competition, but 3 games in, ended up winning it back and then becoming the starter for the next 3 years and set many records and had a couple bowl victories. He was then drafted in the NFL by the Eagles with the 88th pick in the third round. In his first season as a rookie, he was the second string quarterback behind Michael Vick. But then Michael Vick got hurt midway through the season, and then Nick Foles became the starter. He had an up and down season in his first year, but there was a lot of positives. And then his second season, Nick Foles was the unquestioned starter. He had a stellar season as his first time starting. He broke NFL records and even led the Eagles to their first playoff berth in a few years. He even was named the Pro Bowl MVP in 2013 for his success. But then, in his third season as starter, 8 games in, he broke his collarbone. He was already playing very inconsistently at that point, and then at the end of the season, he was traded to the St. Louis Rams. He was named the starter at the Rams and played very poorly and then got benched at the end of the season. And then, as it couldn't get worse, he then was released for the Rams. As his career started to look real murky, he signed as a backup for the Kansas City Chiefs. He played sparingly in about 2 games, and he actually played pretty well, but he wasn't re-signed. They didn't feel that he had enough left in him. So, as he mulled retirement, he got a call from the Philadelphia Eagles to sign as the backup. And Carson Wentz, the Eagles' starting quarterback, is the unquestioned starter. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And then Carson Wentz got hurt late in the season. And then Nick Foles led the team to a playoff berth, NFC Championship victory, and a Super Bowl victory, and a Super Bowl MVP all in one season. And the best way to describe Nick Foles' story is the typical underdog story. He excelled through the great times in his career and found strength and learned lessons even when everything around him seemed to be going wrong. Nick Foles is a prime example on why no one should ever give up on their dreams, even if the future seems murky. As he proved, if you believe, one day it will all come full